Here's what's on this episode of Formula World. This episode of Formula World was sponsored by NordVPN. Get 77% off 3-year plans using the code FORMULAWORLD. First up on Formula World, Verstappen denies Toro Rosso demotion claims. Red Bull driver Max Verstappen has been involved in 8 incidents during the first 6 race weekends of 2018. And this has been a major contributing factor to the points difference between himself and his teammate Daniel Ricciardo, who currently sits third in the standings with more than double the points of Max. 2016 world champion Nico Rosberg has recently made comments about the Dutchman's recent form and goes as far as saying as he's not sure there's much hope left for him. I wonder if Max is too confident, risking too much. He hasn't seemed to learn at all. It's already the 5th time this year, but his 4th season in Formula 1. You can't really say it's inexperience. It's a very dark moment for Max. At the moment, everything is going wrong for him, but I don't have much hope for him anymore. And Max's boss Christian Horner, although not quite as bleak as Rosberg, similarly admitted that his current run of incidents has to stop now. If you want to get results, this can't go on anymore. Max is costing us and himself so many points, and it's time to change that. We'll have to change something because this can't go on. With his poor run of form has come rumours that Max may face demotion to the junior team Toro Rosso, as happened to Daniel Kvyat in recent times. But Verstappen shrugged off any such ideas as being impossible. Back to Toro Rosso? That's not possible at all. It's always easy to scold someone in this way rather than face to face. I call these people keyboard warriors. Mercedes admit to giving Ocon team orders. During the Monaco Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton came out behind Mercedes junior driver Esteban Ocon after pitting, but quickly and with little resistance moved past the Frenchman, sparking suggestions that Mercedes gave Force India, who were powered by a Mercedes engine, orders to allow Hamilton past. When Ocon was asked if there was some sort of agreement between the teams, he kept his cards close to his chest, but clearly implied there was something there. Maybe. I'm a Mercedes driver. You should ask the boss. And indeed, when asked directly if there was an arrangement, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff had this to say. Yes, because that's the way it is. Hamilton. Ricciardo unlikely for Mercedes. Daniel Ricciardo is riding a wave of joy after winning the Monaco Grand Prix and says he finally has his redemption for the 2016 pit stop debacle that cost him the race. Although Daniel Ricciardo is in fine form and has no contract signed for beyond this year, his driving options may be limited. At least according to Lewis Hamilton, who also says he deserves to be paid fairly. I would imagine his future is at Red Bull. He is one of the top drivers, and it's only Ferrari and Mercedes that he could ever consider. But it's unlikely at Mercedes, and I don't think it is going to happen. And if you look at Ferrari, I imagine Kimi will want to continue. He is driving really well this year and doesn't seem to be aging. From what I hear, he has a teammate who is making a lot more money than him, and yet he is more consistent at keeping the car together and more often than not pulling it through. It's important in a team that you are valued at what you are worth. Kimi denies rally rumours. Rumours recently surfaced that Ferrari driver Kimi Raikkonen was in talks with Toyota in regards to a rally contract for 2019, which would have meant leaving F1. But the Finn has denied these claims and insists that these are all just media rumours. If you speak to the lady who wrote it, you'll probably find there's not much knowledge about racing or anything else. It's just rumours and their ideas. For sure, I'm interested in rallying whenever I stop, that's not a secret, but I have zero contract to do it anyway. People keep writing these things, but not really my issue. The funny part was that it said Mika Hakkinen confirmed it. Honestly, the lady who wrote it, and him, how much do they know about my life? Zero. Alonso says fans deserve a refund. Fernando Alonso is one of the many drivers who feel the most recent Monaco Grand Prix was dull. But Alonso thinks it was arguably the most boring race the sport has ever seen, and went as far as saying as he feels the fans deserve some remuneration for it. It was extremely boring. I mean, this is probably the most boring race ever. Without a safety car, without yellow flags, I think the sport needs to think a little bit about the show because this is very disappointing. Probably the most boring race ever in F1. So I think we probably need to give something to the fans at the end of the race just to pay the ticket back a little. Fast feed. Former F1 Supremo Bernie Ecclestone has called out FIA President Jean Todt, saying he neglects F1. Pirelli are happy with the outcome at Monaco brought on by their new Hypersoft tyre, saying it allowed there to be a mix of strategies as well as record lap times. McLaren driver Stoffel Vandoorne says his Monaco race was definitely sacrificed for the benefit of his teammate Alonso. Lewis Hamilton slammed the 2018 Monaco Grand Prix, saying that it wasn't really racing and that he was literally cruising from lap 6. Former Ferrari chief designer Simone Resta joins Alfa Romeo Sauber as technical director. And Ferrari will have additional ERS monitoring for Canada, according to Charlie Whiting. Formula World fans react, Grid Girls. In the previous episode of Formula World, I asked whether you thought Grid Girls should be brought back, and the results are in. A clear majority of 69% of you say that yes, they should be brought back at every single race on the calendar. 3% of you say yes, but only at some races. 3% say no, times have changed and things have moved on. But a significant portion of you at 25% say that you should let each race decide whether they want them or not. Is there a chance Verstappen will be demoted to Toro Rosso? Be sure to vote in the poll and let me know what you think about this or any of the other stories in the comments. And if you like this video and want to help support this channel, be sure to check out NordVPN. Formula World viewers can get 77% off 3-year plans by going to the link in the description and using the promo code Formula World. If you're in the market for a VPN, then you can't go past NordVPN, who were just selected as the best VPN by some of the top industry experts, and with over 4,000 servers in 62 different countries along with military-grade encryption, you really are getting a world-class service. And be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.